much better was it?
A lot better. Yeah. I think we played with energy. We played with some passion. Not perfect. Avery ran. It was great to have Dylan back. Tibbs made plays. I thought our O-line played really good. I was proud of those guys. Again, not perfect, but physical, tough. Devin came in and played a lot. First extended plays for him, so happy for him, and he played well. So it was good. Now we have to build on it, and we've got to continue to, find ways to score enough points in this league.
Brenda had some good things to say about Avery. Just as you look at Avery's progress from game to game, what is he doing particularly well?
I think he just continues to improve. Like when I say improve, like we're looking at things like, man, I want this thrown just a half a count sooner. Can you pull the ball down and go run now? And what's the clock in your head? And what's the coverage? And is it two man? Is it bracket? Is it man free? Or are they zoned out? Are they max dropping 8? And all of those things, I think you just, I'm not going to give him so much, and he doesn't take so much that it bogs him down to thinking. But I just think more reps, more experience, and I think you saw a couple of those plays in the game, at least I did, where I didn't see him making some plays earlier in the year. It was based on coverage recognition and how quick he can decipher. And, man, these DB coaches these days do a really good job of disguising. Baylor is Paul Gonzalez does a great job, and Dave, they can disguise really, really good, so they can disguise their intentions until the last second.
The offensive line has been rotating a lot. Would you like to get to a 5?
Yeah, but I don't think we ever will this year. I think there's a few reasons for that. I think we've been working through some injuries and getting guys back, and they're not – when I say they're back, they're cleared and they're full speed, but they can't play a whole game yet. And so, Pastore's probably going to play the whole game, and Sam's going to play the whole game, and Andrew and TP will get close. But I think it helps those guys to have a series off here and there. And then there's some of those other guys, and Gus is a up-and-comer as a young guy that's played well, and I think Devin's another good example. And whether it's JB or it's Terrence or whoever those guys are, you kind of split in time with some of those guys. And we do it all day during practice. We did it all summer. So I don't think from a continuity standpoint that will ever be an excuse because we actually practice that.
How important was it, I'm sorry, Kellis, to have Dylan back to keep a defense honest?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get your starting running back back, you're starting anybody back. Doesn't matter if it's your linebacker, your free safety, or who it is, but that's a key spot for us on offense. And it was great to have him back. His juice, his energy, the smile, and then closely behind that is his speed.
I feel like that was the best the perimeter blocking has been this
I thought
year.
we were better, yeah. And, I think, let's go real talk, man. Running backs can make you look better too. They go by you a whole lot faster. You don't have to hang on that block as long. And then I think sometimes you can get exposed if the back's not hitting the hole as fast. Same thing with the O-line. It helps absolutely. But I think there were a handful of plays where you look back, like on Dylan's run down the sidelines. I mean, Tibbs has got his corner locked up for 3 or 4 seconds, finishes with the shove. Swanee had like 3 decleaters. I thought Oaks did a good job on the perimeter. Isaac and Sterling, I thought, did a good job on the perimeter. Those guys were all blocking much better. So thanks for noticing. Coach Middleton and Coach Luke Wells, appreciate that.
Almost a product sometimes when you get the backup receivers in there that they kind of sell out a little bit more to do that?
I would hope that that's not the case. But I think ultimately, you're probably right. Yeah, absolutely, because you're only getting your opportunity, and it may be one or it may be more, and you don't want them to take you off the field for lack of effort or for blocking or anything. So I think you're spot on.
You guys kind of emptied the playbook in the first quarter against UCF with a bunch of gadget plays. It's the OC. What went into that strategy?
Well, there's more where that came from. We didn't empty it. There's more. Dang it, the first one didn't work. And I think, more than anything, we had some injuries. We had to find ways to score. That's our job, is to try to find ways to put the ball in the end zone. And you didn't have JB, you didn't have Jace, and those guys in the red zone especially can help you create some mismatches. And so I think there's a lot of that goes into it, but also trying to generate some more run game was part of that as well.
You're getting closer to having your frontline receivers all back on the field together. How important will that be?
That'll be huge. To have everybody together, back together. I think you always want to play with your best players, but I'll say this, it's part of football. You'll never hear an excuse from me or coach or any of our players. The season, as you go through the season, injuries happen. And we're no different than anywhere else in the country, so that'll never be an excuse. Is it important to your previous question that they're back? Yeah, it's all awesome. Absolutely, for those individuals and for our team and everything else. But I'm really, really proud of the guys that have stepped up, because you never know as a competitor when your opportunity to get inside those white lines are going to be, and you never know how long it's going to be. And so we had a lot of guys that have waited their turn. Either this year, and they've waited their turn over several years, Sterling and Isaac being two of them, and Devin being another one. You don't know when that time's going to be, and for them to be able to make plays on a game day in front of fans, and in an important game for us, and a bounce-back game for us, I think was huge for their confidence. It's huge for our confidence as coaches in them, and so that's twofold. But, man, I'm just happy for them. I mean, that's a part of the, a chapter in their college career that, Sterling's first catch and all of those guys. So I think that's awesome to see as a coach, because we're better together. This is the greatest team sport ever invented. It's never about one guy. It's never about one person. It's always about the team and the unit for us on offense. And so we had a ton of guys that have stepped up, and I think that'll give us, hopefully, again, build some more depth.
Can you tell me a little more about both the tight end touchdowns, how those were set up so easily for you guys?
Oh, man. Okay, just a second. That's 5 days ago.
The first one was to Will on the delayed route to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Where he pretends he's blocking.
Yeah.
And the other one's a shovel pass to Garrett.
That's right. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Well, the one was a play action down on the goal line that I think Kansas State's kind of had in for a long time. I've had it in for a long time. Will did a good job of selling that, and then the other one was just a shovel to Garrett, and it was kind of a playoff of a couple weeks ago, and so that one's dead now. But it was a playoff of something we did at Arizona, and so we thought it fit down there inside the 5.
Just adding on to Fitz's point, just having full arsenal of receivers back, and I heard Chris talk about it the other day, how Avery hasn't had all of his weapons when he's gone out there this season. Just what's that going to do for him, having Nelson, just Jace, and everybody all on offense together?
Yeah, I mean, more. You're loaded. You have all your weapons back, but again, just like we say, I mean, somebody else has got to step up if somebody's out or sick or injured or whatever. And I've just been so proud of those guys. Important? Yeah, absolutely. Important for those guys individually to be back? Yeah. Important for Avery? Yeah, it's great. But Avery's not going to look around and not see a starting ex-receiver in Jerron Bradley for the last month and all of a sudden not be able to function. That we don't even talk about that. That's not even an option. So that's where I want to answer your question very respectfully and very thoroughly, but honest to goodness, it doesn't do anything to him. It doesn't do anything to me except move chess pieces around and try to put our players in the best position for them to succeed. And when the guys that have been previous starters come back, awesome. I'm fired up for them, and maybe they go back to kind of their normal positions now.